Hi everybody and welcome back to Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. It's Monday morning and I am picking tomatoes this morning. And really, some good sized tomatoes. So come along, see some of the tomatoes and my search for tomatoes because they are just packed in there. Now this is some of the tomatoes that are in the actual garden, and there's only 4 tomato plants. They are just jam-packed, so I'm just kind of scrolling through trying to find some red, and every once in a while you see some glimpses of red and you know there's a tomato down there. And so I have it covered, but I wanted to show you this one. It was about 6 feet tall and it got so heavy it draped down over the tomato cage, and now it's going out. It's about 10 feet tall if it was standing straight up. Here's a few tomatoes that I planted about a month ago. They have flowers on them, but so far I don't have any tomatoes on these 3 little plants. But they're all cherry tomato, and so they'll probably produce before I go home. Now look at this. Even with the netting, those birds are getting through and pecking at my tomatoes. Those rascally rabbits. But there are plenty of good ones. There's just 2 of them that they pecked on this bush. So I'll throw those into the compost, and the other ones I'll pick. And it's just really a matter of just pushing the branches around. You just don't think the tomato plant will get this big, and it does. So there's tons and tons of green ones left in there. But I still am finding a lot of red ones, or partially red, or kind of pink, that I'm picking today. Now look at this one. It was on the ground, and the insects have decided that it's a wonderful lunch. So I'm actually going to leave that in the garden, and I'm just going to let them eat that. But there's a few there, and then we're going to go over here, and there's a few more. This is only the front side. I haven't even tried the other 3 sides. So we are going to have a lot of tomatoes, and that makes me totally excited. Well, it was a fun day of picking tomatoes. Now Joe and I can't eat all these, so of course we're going to give them to some of our neighbors. My dad's tomatoes are turning red, so he doesn't need any. And so I'm just going to load my basket up on my bicycle and deliver tomatoes for people. I have about 8 or 9 places I'm going to go in the village to drop off some of these tomatoes. And you can see variety of sizes and shapes because there's different tomatoes out there. And some of them are really huge, and some of them are normal sized tomatoes. And then some of them are smaller. But look at this one. It is bigger than a softball. So I'm going to pick it up so you kind of can tell. So it's not ready yet, but after a few days sitting on the counter, it will be a great slicer. And I'm going to save some of those seeds out of that. So let me know if you want some. And then you can see there's some tinier ones. And there's just loads of them. A few zucchinis that I'm delivering today. Well, I just got back 8 houses later. Delivered all those tomatoes. Plus a few that we saved. I did save the largest one so Joe could see it. And it's so fun giving people vegetables. Make sure you grow extra so you can do it. And it's exciting having fresh tomatoes in the wintertime. I'll see you next time.